Alright, this is the finals of the 7th Illuminated Flash Tournament. Miki and Norite of A16 against Hero of Belgium of IDE Clan. So this is a best of 3, yep. On Sanrico Ria, first game, chosen by Miki, who is the... Well, both players are attackers anyway, I believe, so... Yeah.
Yeah.
Me with Rick here, by the way, yeah. I
Yes.
forgot to introduce you.
People tend to do
But,
that. Well,
yeah.
it's fine. I'll take it, take the initiative back here and just talk a lot. So I'll regain some respect, hopefully, eventually, when people forget about you because I won't let you speak.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Then it means I won't need to spend any energy, you know? See what I did there?
True. Ha ha! Wow.
Yeah.
But looking at the map, you can see what I mean. There's a slight hill to the right side here. If we're looking from Miki Nori's or Miki Norite, Norite, I don't know how to pronounce it. I just call him Miki now. And the sword dojo is there as well, which I would say is the most valuable dojo on this map right now, instead of the workshop or archery dojo, and also has the best terrain. But it's slightly to the disadvantage of Miki terrain-wise, because the hill is slightly closer to the other side. But there's some interesting things you can do on this map. You can sneak stuff through the woods on the archery dojo side as well. The terrain is really difficult for match locks, etc. So it's risky to bring them in this map. Usually what we see is people just trying to rush through the forest here on the sword dojo side, and looks like that's exactly what we're seeing. You want to go through one of the builds?
Yes, I'm going through Mickey's build. So he has his leadership general, of course. Cav-wise, we see Yari Cav, rank 2 with light Cav vanilla. Then Fire Cav, rank 5, interestingly enough. Yari Cav, rank 2 with more light Cav on the field. 2 of those, apparently. And what else does he have? Rank something, Yari Samurai. Yeah, rank 4. In the forest with 2 Nag attendants and looks like a lone sword rank 9 with Banzai and a Nodachi rank 2. Following it, another Yari Sam, rank 4. And yeah, that's the right flank it seems. But in the center he has 2 Nag attendants supporting a Nodachi rank 2 with another Nodachi rank 2 and the Yari Sam rank 4. And that's basically the build of Miki.
And we already see one of the Yari cavalry here of knowledge trying to get a charge on that Nodachi. Actually, doing a decent job getting more than... still keeps counting. That's 25 men down. Almost that's 18 of the Nodachi and a few Nag attendants, I think. That's quite nice. And the engagement is already going on the sword dojo side. But quickly for the build of... it's knowledge in game. What was it?
Hero of Belgium.
Yeah, Hero of Belgium, right. So Hero of Belgium's build, he's got, let's see, that's 3 Yari Cavalry and 1 Light Cavalry over the hill now, engaging with a Yari Samurai, a couple of Naginata attendants, a Nodachi, 2 Nodachis on that side. Katana Cavalry coming out of the woods now, actually. Engagement in the middle, he's got 2 Yari Ashigaru in spear walls, it looks like. A Nodachi, some Yari Samurai for experience, some more Nodachis. And that's basically it. His general actually has the bow instead of the melee upgrades.
Rip 1 Nodachi in the center.
And he's got... Oh yeah, that was a great charge by the Yari Cavalry and Light Cavalry that we saw coming through the woods on the archery dojo side. Really putting some pain on them, down to 70 men. How's the engagement by the sword dojo going, actually? Looks
like
to be going okay for Miki.
Yeah.
Because his units are better upgraded.
But he lost the other one hard.
That's devastating. That cavalry charge there, sweeping through, just completely wrecking the morale. Especially since the units fighting the infantry broke as well. So just a chain rat going on there. Miki desperately trying to throw in the cavalry here to stop the complete disaster here of units just flowing around his flank. But now his infantry is actually breaking close to the sword dojo as well because of that cavalry trying to break through his swords, doing a good job. Banzai saving him for now, but
Yeah, he only
Down to
won one
38 men.
engagement. That was on the far right with the Arisem and Lone Sword, but that was the only engagement he won.
And that's basically the
Yeah.
only units he has left, except
Yeah.
the light cavalry retreating there, and his general is still full strength, and then he's got a few
Yeah.
cavalry units. But his infantry is looking in really poor health. Sending Yari cavalry into Naginata attendants as well. I'm sure to try to hunt down that Yari cavalry unit, but not sure if it's worth it. He's gonna lose a few men pulling out of there. Those Nodachi's still holding strong, 9 men. Now they're gonna rout, though Bansai just wore off.
Yeah, I don't know about this. He doesn't have enough units left.
No, it looks pretty dark actually. Maybe if he manages to get an insane gen kill off and then mass rout, but it's not gonna happen. I highly doubt it at least. But those lone swords looking pretty healthy. Getting intercepted by light cavalry though. That Yori Samurai not really doing its job and shielding it properly. Because he's trying to shield from the heavily upgraded Yari cavalry in the back there, of course. Miki not gonna stop trying yet though. He's gonna try to retreat his cavalry forces to support the infantry, but I'm not sure they're gonna make it in time actually.
Ooh, but Lone Sword getting charged in the rear again by a light cav, and it routes. I guess he didn't have Banzai anymore. He probably used it.
No, yeah, he probably used the other engagement. That's very unfortunate. That was still a lot of men left when it routed actually. Now it's looking very, Miki throwing out the GG and surrendering that. I mean, game was over.
He had like a super slim chance of winning that, and once that unit died, it became nothing. From like 0.5% to 0.0001%.
Yeah, exactly. If his cavalry would have been there faster and he had the Bansai, he could have maybe managed to pull out a close victory in that engagement, and then his morale could have actually been better than that of Heroes'. And he might have stood a chance, but even then the chances would have been slim at best, and without the Lone Sword, as you said, there was just no chance.
Nope. So yeah, some nice engagements. Like he destroyed those Lone Swords with the cav pretty decently, like pretty quickly in the beginning as well. Got the flanks going. Like it was a beautiful engagement in the beginning for Hero of Belgium. And that looked a bit dire on the other side, but that cav charge saved the day. Light cav.
Oh, definitely.
Stuff. Yeah.
The cavalry usage was really great by Hero here. But looking at the kills, actually, the Nodachis are the heroes of the day for Hero.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Liquid Hero, CJ Hero. Oh,
wow! Stop with the
StarCraft
references.
We're expanding the references here.
Nodachis for Miki doing quite well as well, close to the Sword Dojo, I assume. But the other units not doing that great. Some Yari Samurai doing really well actually, but the others getting stomped.
You have to think about it though, because those Nodachi were fighting. Yeah, they were fighting like other Nodachi, I guess. But the thing is, wait, you're talking about Miki's Nodachis, right?
No, both of them.
Okay, because Miki's like on his right flank. What happened is that he was fighting with his Nodachis against some Nag attendants as well, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
So it's not that big of a deal. Like
no,
if
but
you think about,
he was killing both Nodachis and Nag attendants, so obviously they're a bit inflated, those kills. That's correct with the Naginata attendants, but they still killed a unit of Nodachis each as well.
It's pretty impressive.
At least one of them did. I think the other unit holding that flank was actually Yari Samurai, so that might be the one with 70 kills maybe, because it got kind of wrecked as well.
Alright. Well, see you in game 2. Yes. And this is game 2. The match between Miki Norite and Hero of Belgium. Currently 1-0 for Hero of Belgium. And he chose this map. It is Gunma Field. He has to win or he's out, basically. So what do you think?
No,
the other way around. Hero of Belgium. If Hero of Belgium wins, he wins the tournament.
He wins the tournament.
Yeah,
yes, correctly.
Miki has to win.
Yes, he does.
Or he's lost the whole
on
map.
Hero of Belgium's map pick,
Yes.
which
Yes.
is always a bit tricky, I guess. It's not as important as in
Yeah.
StarCraft, but
Uh,
I'd say it still makes a difference. But however,
mm.
Hero of Belgium said he picked the map because it was the
I mean,
only one he remembered. So
yeah. I mean, I've had matches where it's gone to like game 5, and essentially every map I picked I lost on, and every map my opponent picked I won on. So
yeah, it's happened to me too, I think so. But
it's
I'll go
funny.
through the build of Miki here.
Sure.
We see the Matchlock Warrior Monk with increased range. We have the, let's see how many light, I see 2 light cavalry on his right flank, 2 Yari cavalry with a couple of chevrons on the Yaris. Other flank we have 1 Yari cav, 1 light cav, so very similar to the other ones. 1 Yari samurai on the far left flank with a Naginata attendant and Naginata warrior monk close by, the general as well. All the cavalry is now gathering up there actually. Main infantry line consists of the Naginata attendants, 3 of them up front. We have the Bo Ashigaru, increased range and heavily upgraded.
Yep.
And then we have a core of 3 Nodachi samurai backed up by Yari samurai to protect them from some cavalry rear charges. And I would say that's it actually. So you want to go through the build of Hero of Belgium?
Okay, so for Hero of Belgium, we have a leadership general. Then we see a light cav with the Yari cav in the center. Yari cav is rank 4, I believe. Yes, it is. No, it's 3. And then on the right flank, we see 2 more cav. Another Yari cav, rank 2 this time with the light cav. On the left flank, though, we see a light cav. And now for the infantry contingent. Well, I'm gonna go over it really quickly. We have that Yari Sam rank 2 on the right. And we have a Yari Sam rank 2 on the left. And the main contingent, we see a bunch of Yari Ashigaru. Looks like 2 of them with a few Nag attendants sprinkled in. I believe 2 as well. And a mix of Katana Samurai and Nodachis. I believe 2 Nodachis and 2 Katana Sam rank 6. But the Nodachis are
Vanilla.
vanilla.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's basically
Still
it.
good. It's basically for the cheap bonsai. Still some good killing power on those swords, and then you have the Katana Samurai to actually stay in the fight and take you to the late game, or
That-
just win you the fight. We
That
see some
Yari
engagement
Samurai.
here. That Yari Samurai is getting really bunched up
Yeah.
on, getting hammered by the cavalry here. They did manage to actually turn around and countercharge, so some Yari cavalry might die here, which might end up being a decent trade in the long run if it doesn't pull out. He does, though, still losing 9 men so far. And here comes the Naginata warrior monks actually tying down the Yari samurai. That could be a decent engagement, unless they get completely hammered, which they will be.
Yeah, but there's an Odachi coming in as well, and the rear charge, so it's bye-bye.
Yeah, it's the Naginata. Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said
from
that.
the back. It might be a good engagement against the Yari samurai. That's what I meant. But then I saw the hammer coming in. I said, unless they get hammered.
And they
Which
got
they are.
hammered.
Yes.
Pretty badly.
Really badly. So that's just a big waste of those units there. That Yari samurai actually still alive, wrecking this Naginata attendant. The Naginata warrior monks stabilizing as well. The Yari cavalry. Oh wow, that's a great charge by Miki into the cavalry, standing still here for Bas. But then he's returning the favor on the other Yari cavalry here.
For Bas?
No, a hero of Belgium. Didn't I say that?
You said Bas.
I said, oh wow.
I
don't know why. I was thinking B, so B, Bas, Belgium. Same thing.
Anyway. Looks like it's not actually going as well for
that flank is
Hero
turning out well
yeah.
for Miki. Yeah, the general supporting there as well. He's winning the cavalry engagement heavily. That Nodachi is getting sandwiched between a Nag monk and the rear charging Yari cavalry. Warcry is wearing off. Bonsai is active, so they will stay in the fight quite some time. And the main engagement is not happening right now, which I think might be good for Hero of Belgium actually, because I think the missiles would shred him actually.
And actually what happened is that we have the workshop being taken by Miki, which is probably why that engagement went like that, I guess. It could have been much worse for him if he didn't have the workshop.
Yeah, kept his monks and Yari samurai alive, definitely. At least it helped. With the rally as well, those Nag monks managed to rout the Nodachis. This is great for Miki so far. A lot of cavalry though swarming around this portion of Mickey's army, which could prove dangerous unless he supports. So he's sending his entire army over to that flank right now, actually, and
Oh, you
Hero of
forgot the
Belgium
Arisam.
mirroring it.
You forgot the Arisam near the workshop. He needs to move it.
Oh, he does. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. That's 120 men of some real staying power. That's just doing nothing right now. He's taking a good cavalry engagement again, though. Hero of Belgium trying to pull some light cavalry back, but he's losing a Yari cavalry, which is way more important. He's trading it out for another Yari cavalry that was already weaker, though. But I would say that since Miki has the cav advantage right now, this is still a
Yeah.
good trade for him.
But you see that light cav pulling out against the Katana Samurai. It's down to 76 men. I believe it's not the same light cav, but there was another light cav that charged it before. It's just the work of 2 light cav taking down that Katana Samurai to 76. It's pretty insane. It's charging in and pulling out.
Which is exactly what could be very frustrating, but I also liked about Shogun that the cavalry had such punching power against swords, and were so bad against spears that the actual rock paper scissors mechanics actually worked in Shogun. Here we see another Yari cavalry charging into those katanas, the stronger katana units. Yeah, and this is a good trade, I think. It was only 13 men left in the Yari cavalry units, so it wouldn't have managed to do much else. And it did bring down like 10 men of that unit. I think that trade was still okay. Maybe he could have used it for a rear charge later, but it was still out of position in the back there, so I still think that was an okay trade.
Hard to say, though, because he needs cavalry to protect his missiles, I think. Like, he has the bow, he has the matchlock monks. He might need cavalry to block.
Yes, but Hero only has 3 cav units left, including his general. He's got the and the general took some damage there. 4 men going down to the arrows that were actually aiming for the Yari samurai. That was a mistake running through there. But he only has 2 light cavalry left, 1 on each flank. And they're already weakened as well, so the cavalry advantage is definitely on Miki's side.
Light cav coming in as well against the Katana Samurai. Once again, should do some damage to them.
But they should be caught up and lose quite a few men pulling out this time, though. The spears are already in there. I'm not sure that is as good, though, because now he's running a bit low on cavalry. And what are those matchlock monks doing? Oh, he
was targeting the general, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Most likely. So they were doing some stupid stuff. Those Yari samurai doing great in the middle. Those Naginata attendants wavering now because they're getting shot in the back by their own archers. He's doing a good job, though, using the Naginata attendants to shield while his missiles fire. However, I think he should have pulled back a bit more out of the forest. So the missiles would have been more effective.
And I mean, I don't know about charging the Nadachi with the light cav. He needs cavalry so he can chase the matchlock and the bow of Miki.
Yeah, I understand that when you see exposed swords in Shogun, you want to charge them with cavalry, but I agree with you there. It probably wasn't the best choice. He needs to think late game here, because his infantry could probably just roll the infantry of Miki if he manages to close the distance. But now he's just going to end up getting shot to pieces here. That's some great flanking shots on those 2 katanas, actually. One of the katanas routing up the field. Only 1 unit left. Getting rear charged as well, down to below 70 men now. Still dropping fast.
Oh, that
cav unit now.
That cav unit.
That cav can. He needs to countercharge with the light cavalry, and he is doing it now. He's trying to spread the missile units out, so he at least only loses 1 of them. And now he pulls back the light cavalry, probably a good choice by Hero here. Because he sees the other light cav coming in, the general as well. He can't catch the matchlocks now. We have a Nodachi in the back here, killing some Yari samurai, and then the other Nodachi is holding up both Yari Ashigaru and those Katana samurai. And those Katana samurai now are down to 45 men. I would say this is looking good for Miki. Again, he managed to bring it to the late game, eliminating the cavalry of his opponent. And keeping his missiles more or less intact here.
Oh, that was a nice focus fire on the light cav. with
Yeah, that was great.
the bow Ashigara.
They're gonna rout before they reach him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Is there? Yeah, okay. So 129 men strong light cavalry left, and the general down to 22 men. For hero here. But
Kiting is really good.
that's yeah, kiting is very good if you manage to weaken the enemy cavalry force and they don't bring any missiles or you kill them fast.
Yeah.
It can be so strong in Shogun. I don't know if you remember that game. I don't remember who I played, but you and Siript were casting it, and you were convinced I was losing, but I had a Bojan. Do you remember it?
Yeah, it was it against Organis? No, I don't know.
No, I don't think so, but it
No.
was... Oh, what? This is a great move, though, by the cavalry in the middle here. Light cavalry trailing, but not gonna be able to catch them. Oh, instead he back charges... Oh, no, he retreats, actually.
Oh, but
think he
he
could've
defends his general with like the
Nodachi's
Nodachi,
fence
but-
off, and then he
but it's only
recharges
14
after
guys.
the bows.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he has like nothing left. Like it looks like a lot of units, but they're all heavily depleted.
They are. The strongest units are the Yari Ashigaru of 100 men, basically, and 100 Yaris aren't gonna do much against matchlock monks.
Oh, general.
Oh, the
against
general on
Nope.
general. Yeah, he tries to pull back, losing a man in the process. It's just
Yeah.
looking very good for Miki right now. And the Waco Raiders. Oh, I didn't even see those before. Also a great unit. Routed on the left flank here of Hero, and taking some heavy fire now. And the morale is just collapsing.
Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna go to game 3 here.
Wow. Yeah. Miki does it.
Yeah, good game. He manages to do what he did in the semifinals.
You know.
His missile units late game, he does a great job at keeping the distance with them, and they just put some real pain on the important units.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game. It was some really nice kiting.
Yeah, that was really great actually. And looking at the kills of the matchlock warrior monks, 83 kills, and the Ashigaru archers got or bow Ashigaru rather, got 64 or something like that. But they all killed important units. The Ashigaru sniping cavalry, for example, sniping the light cavalry late game. The matchlocks getting great shots on the really expensive katana samurai, which were really the backbone of Hero's army. Routing them on the left flank of Miki. Just great targeting, great kiting.
Yeah. Nothing to add from me.
No, not really.
you said everything.
Yeah. But I think Hero, you did a good job in the beginning. It got a great first engagement around the farmhouse, right? I think it was.
Yeah.
But losing that workshop and still ending up losing that engagement, which looks so good in the beginning, but he just failed to reinforce properly, I believe, and Miki managed to get just enough units there to pull out the win.
They both reinforced, but Miki reinforced more.
Yes, exactly. He didn't pull enough units over there. He underestimated the workshop effect, I believe. So the already defensively strong spear units of Miki managed to hold that even better with the workshop.
Yeah. So
it just didn't die.
Game 3. Game 3 of the final. Match point for both of these players. So everything is on the line. Fame, money, honor, respect, everything, man.
I guess only some honor. I'm not sure they really get much of... Well, they don't get respect for playing Shogun. Unfortunately not, and definitely
no,
not
they
money.
get respect, man. From us, at least.
Do they, though? I just think we're trying to hide the self-loathing we have for putting so much effort into a dead game. Yes, okay, on that happy note,
we're both so pessimistic.
Yeah. But this map is interesting. It is interesting, and both the dojos being in the middle like that as well. I already see a distinct advantage to Miki, though. with the shrine being closer to his deployment zone, with the
Yeah.
farmhouse on the other one. Which is the problem with the building system of Shogun, I'd say. It can end up being really unfair. Because, like, the farmhouse, since we already talked about the stamina and movement speed, is not nearly as
Yeah.
important as morale or melee attack, for example.
Maybe if we had full cav army with bow cav and your cav and some
Yeah,
weird
maybe, or
stuff,
like, of
full
course, like
Mongol.
late game kiting. If you
Yeah.
have the kiting archers, for example, or matchlocks, and you have the farmhouse, of
Yeah.
course that's a great advantage. But in the actual fights, the morale is going to be so much more important.
Yeah, I mean that farmhouse. I don't like it in the late game because it's gonna mean matches are gonna take an extra like 30 minutes. You know, like oh wait, I know I will outrun you eventually, so yeah,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna run away, right? Because I have the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Makes them
I guess.
take like hours. Anyway, game started, so you want to go over
Okay.
one of the builds?
Sure, I want to go over Miki's build, even though we've started with him every single time. But
Yes.
because I see something I really
yes.
find interesting,
Oh
the
yes.
double great guard.
Oh yes.
That's actually a retainer and the huge cost for the great guard. So they really need to pay off. And then he's backing them up with his general and light cav on one side, the fire cavalry and 2 light cavalry on the other, with the matchlock warrior monks as always, the 4 Naginata attendants, some Nodachis on his right flank, Yari Samurai in the middle going for the shrine, and then a couple of Nodachis on his left side, and that is the build of Miki.
Wow, that was fast. Okay, so for Hero of Belgium, not boss, we have Leadership General. And we see 2 Katana Cav on the right. Wow, interesting. We see some Bow Cav on the field. Looks like 1 unit, 2 Light Cav in the center supporting the Bow Cav, 2 more Light Cav with the main body. And yeah, looks like not the strongest Cav contingent. Interesting. Up front, we see Yarya Shigaru. Okay.
Oh, I
4
missed-
Yarya
I-
Shigaru, all different
Yeah.
colors except the one on the flanks. Okay.
I think I forgot to mention the
Rank
Daikyu as well.
Okay, so 4 rank 2 Yaryash. Well, one of them is rank 1. Behind them, we have 4 Lone Swords. Nope. 2 Lone Swords and 2 Katana Samurai. My bad. Katanas are rank 9. Everyone is rank 9 here, and the Katanas don't. They have Banzai. Yeah, they have Banzai. Well, one of them
Oh.
doesn't. What? Okay. That's weird.
This
the
will
other
be an
does.
interesting dynamic of
Yeah.
Miki putting most of his money into heavy cavalry units and Hero going for the really heavily upgraded swords here. I forgot to mention the Daikyu, as I said. It's already put some nice pain on the Yari Ashigaru here. He would have liked to target the lone swords, I'm sure, though. Would have been
That lone sword.
excellent. Like, light cavalry
What's it
going
doing?
into the lone sword.
What's that Lone Sword doing on its own there? Oh.
Yeah, that's he was chasing away the Daikyu, which I can understand. Getting intercepted by Naginata tends now gonna take some
Yeah.
pot shots from the Daikyu, but I think it's fine actually.
Yeah, it was fortunate.
But look at
that
the morale.
shard
Oh, look
wasn't-
at the morale
yeah.
for that Yari Ashigaru there that took the fire before.
Yeah, I mean he was very
Um,
fortunate that the light cap didn't get a proper charge off on the lone sword.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
definitely. I think the cavalry of Miki actually, the Great Guard and Fire Cavalry contingent is too far away.
Yeah,
If
not gonna make it.
if Hero's just rushing in now, it could just be too late when he arrives. Those Nodachis defending the Daikyu is just getting wrecked by those lone swords as well.
Oh no,
Needs to use
Dachi's not getting a
Banzai,
counter
Miki, so-
charge. They did not get a counter charge. Mickey's
And the Naginata attendants trying to hold up
Yeah.
way too many units on one flank here as well. They're just gonna run away straight away. Still no Banzai on that unit. He needs to take it now, or they're just gonna run away and the Daikyus are gonna get charged. Trying to go for the Gen Snipe. Down 5 men already. But he's gonna get attacked now. Oh, okay, he managed to get a counter, nice flanking charge on the Lone Swords with the another Nodachi, but there's still so many units from Hero
Yeah.
here just pouring through.
He still has the match log though, so that's important to note.
Yeah, and he's trying to
Yeah.
target down cavalry, I'm sure. Which is the correct choice because he really needs to go for the kiting game. I guess that's why Hero brought the bow cavalry, right?
Yeah.
Try to get some pot shots while chasing off the monks later. And these Yari Samurai are actually getting some kills on that matchlock unit as well. The Great Guards having done some work here, but they're down to half strength.
Too late for the battlefield.
Yeah. But he has managed to get his Daikyu out of there. He has his matchlock still. But looking at the cav force of Hero, this is looking really good for him.
When that Great Guard gonna get charged here. And it should go down here. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but still. He does have one left though. And the fire cav as well. He's gonna pull out now, but that's too late.
Yeah. With the investment of actually using a retainer as well, 78 kills is not enough on a Great Guard.
No.
And now, oh, the Daikyu here is gonna get charged by the bow cavalry. No, he actually managed, decides to shift his attention to hunt down the Great Guard.
He could send part of the cav around the left side of the Yarisam and the other part around the right side of the Yarisam, I think.
Yeah.
But
that matchlock is having free reign on firing on the infantry, but I don't think that's the. It's not that important right now. For I was about to say boss again. No, Hero.
Our entire unit has perished.
So he really needs to take the cavalry force out, and I'm not sure how he would actually. There's a katana cavalry as well. I didn't see that before. Two katana cavalry actually. Yeah. So I guess the cavalry force isn't that strong in a cav versus cavalry fight. Oh, he needs to pull that matchlock back. Oh no, they're getting charged. That is devastating.
He's gonna lose so much of it that might even just rout.
Yeah, actually it might. Trying to save it, sending in his cavalry here, but here comes a katana cavalry as well. That matchlock monk should be dead.
They're stuck.
Nice! You saw that charge by the light cavalry into the katana samurai trying to chase down the Yaris. Great charge, completely intercepting it, putting down some pain, but light cavalry might get out actually. Putting the unit down to 70 men. But losing that matchlock might actually just be the nail in the coffin here. Looking really dark for Miki.
I mean, if he somehow killed all the spears, he might have a shot, but still.
But there's really no way to do that. If he managed to like surround them one by the cavalry, getting the rear charges, they might rout because most of them are Yari Ashigaru. But there is also a Yari Samurai, and they just with the shrine as well. Now they're up to 16 morale, so they're just not gonna run away anytime soon, at least.
Yeah, and I mean that shrine farmhouse, so good.
Yeah, and the farmhouse as well. The missiles aren't even gonna run away from the infantry here.
Yeah, all the Daikyus need is like a simple touch. They might rout.
Yeah, they're already in the yellow.
Yeah, they were.
And they're getting tired. So this is actually when the farmhouse is starting to get good.
Yeah.
For example, if Miki had it now, that would have been great.
Yeah. Still wouldn't have won him the game though.
Probably not.
Yeah. Oof. Matchlock dead. It did get 162 kills though, so it did pay for it.
One lone sword in the back. They're getting charged by light cavalry.
That's a good
nice
pick-off,
hit, but it's a good pick-off. But is it gonna be enough?
No,
I don't know.
He got cornered here. He got what is going on, Artosis?
That fire cavalry doing a decent job again, but it's too little, too late. Here comes the katana cavalry chasing down the Daikyu. The general's gonna have to deal with the katana cav, which is not an engagement you want to take with your general, to be honest. No. Katana cavalry is actually quite strong against the general's bodyguard.
Like that's his late game unit.
Yeah, he really needs it. Yeah. It's almost better to lose the general than the Daikyu at this point. Soon if it wasn't for the fact that they would all rout if he lost the general.
Yeah, he might just rout soon because of the balance of power. It could happen. But he's gonna go for a decap on the farmhouse. But he's not gonna... He's gonna get caught before then. Look at all the cavalry going in like single file like this.
Yeah. But he's gonna get caught. He's gonna try to intercept the general. He is actually
pulling back the general here. Daikyu.
Yeah.
Our men are running
Wow.
from the battlefield.
Hero being
I don't know
careful as
what
well,
he's-
pulling back the general there.
Yeah.
That's pretty. It's over now.
He
The
just
morale's just
selected
collapsing.
all his units and gave attack orders. Probably that's what it looks like.
Yeah, but
With a
that's
massive
good
flaw.
enough at this
Yes.
point. He was so far ahead.
Yeah.
So, good game, or good games
Yes.
to both players. It was an excellent series. We saw some nice kiting action, and we saw some kiting action getting completely shreked
Yes.
this last game.
Well,
Yeah, it's just a good series overall. I don't know if you have anything to add there.
Oh, it's not just a good series, Artosis. It's a great series.
Wow.
I added something. Well, I had to make something up on the spot.
Yeah, wow. So you just copy someone else. Good job, man. No, but interesting. Of course, the games, but also seeing Shogun again, which was like seeing an old friend again.
Seeing an old
Felt
friend.
good to be
Yeah,
back.
you caught
back
up
in the
with
saddle.
it.
Yes.
Talk like shared stories. What's happened? Oh my goodness! That lone sword, 300 kills almost. Not quite. Unfortunately, 4 kills off. Otherwise, that would have been really epic.
No, then it's not impressive. It
Yeah.
needs to be.
It needs 300.
300.
296 doesn't quite cut it.
Nope. Sucky unit. So underpowered.
Yeah, buff lone swords, please. Add an
Yeah.
extra 50 men to them.
They need it. No, but
Like-
looking at the stats here, the lone sword katana core did pretty well, but considering the Nodachis didn't get a good charge, the great guards and most of the cavalry was too far away to interrupt charges or assist at all. Basically, meant that the swords of Hero got the best possible engagement. Basically, the matchdog did do a good job, but getting caught there when trying to
Yeah.
kite was a huge mistake. I still think he would have lost it because he just couldn't kite enough. He didn't have enough units to protect the matchlocks because he lost the infantry engagement so decisively. And looking at the great guards, I mean, sure, 90 kills is okay, 79 is okay for another cavalry unit, but for the great guards, it's just
Yeah.
not good enough.
Unless it's a Yari Cav and like if it's 2 Yari Cav, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
No.
Yeah.
2 Yari calves and like a few heavily upgraded katanas maybe, and then you'd accept it, or maybe a general and a Yari calf. But it was just some kills here, some kills there, nothing really important, and at way too late a stage of the game to make a difference.
Yep.
Yeah, not much to talk about in that game
No.
really. It was quite straightforward.
Yes.
Mm.
So yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you hopefully next Shogun 2 tournament. Bye bye, guys.